It's Hey guys. Um, I see Jace and the lovely Sherry are here. This is really shocking because I don't know why, man. He was such a busy guy, always in stuff, we lost William Hurt. And I mean, that's like someone popping up and going, "Oh, by the way, Jeff Bridges died today," because they
Yeah,
both came up around the same time and they're both the same age.
yeah.
And it's really fucking shocking. I don't know. Keith, what are you thinking, buddy?
Uh, I'm still in shock. You know, he really was one of the. He was an actor that actually came up at a time when I had an interest in movies. You know, he became one of the prominent stars of my lifetime because he was somebody who was just getting into the business as I took an active interest in films and with films like Altered States. And these are the movies, you know, right now he a lot of people are carrying the story. And a lot of people are talking about his artistic work, but he actually has a long list of more pulp culture type films that some of these films really rarely get talked about, even though they are incredible pieces of work, like Altered States, which I think was his first film. And then you had films like Until the End of the World, Frank Herbert's Dune, Lost in Space, The Incredible Hulk, Artificial Intelligence, uh, Captain America Civil War. Uh, just a, you know, that's just a small sampling of the more pop culture type works that he was a part of. And while not all of those were major box office hits, all of them had the signature William Hurt style. He brought gravitas, he brought a groundedness to a lot of the parts that he took. Uh, I think his role in Even Lost in Space was important because that particular version of the movie was made specifically based on the way that the television series was and not its source material, which is what the Netflix version is. It's more of an adaptation of the basic idea behind Lost in Space, which I also thought was good. But the thing about the version with William Hurt is that he brought a more grounded version of that 60s series in playing up the fact that he is the father and his relationship with his family and specifically how he treated the villain of the piece, which was Dr. Smith. And all of that was based on the television series version of the character. But I thought it was really well done. He just brought what he had to it. And it's the same thing he brought when he joined the MCU. Or for that matter, actually, his first comic book movie was a DC movie. And that particular film was actually nominated for an Academy Award called A History of Violence.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot he was in that.
Mm. He's just done it all. He is a guy that was so versatile.
He
Uh,
was in the Duke. He played Duke Leto in the Dune miniseries,
that's Frank
and
Herbert's Dune.
you
Yeah.
know it's really funny because I'm watching it going, "Oh shit, that's William Hurt." Because I did not expect someone of his caliber to be in a miniseries like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, the first movie that it's his first movie
Hmm.
was Altered States, which
Yes.
is a great sci-fi film
Yes.
that really delves into a lot of strange territory of evolution and de-evolution.
That movie is
Um,
just it is unusual, but and once you've seen it, you'll never forget it. You know, uh, that's definitely one of those movies that if that thing had been made at a time where Douglas Trumbull would have gotten a hold of that film,
yeah, I don't want to get us demonetized, but I'm not monetizing this video anyway because it would be weird to. But I'm going to go ahead and show the trailer to that movie and share screen with audio. Yes, I would like to have audio. I won't show the whole thing, but I'm going to show a bit of it.
okay.
In the basement of one of the country's leading medical schools, Dr. Edward Jessup, candidate for a Nobel Prize, is conducting the most dangerous experiment in the history of science. And the subject of the experiment is himself.
It's sci-fi horror.
Mm-hmm.
Ask him what kind of an experience I can expect.
They reported his death today. He was only 71, man.
Yeah.
It's deafening. The noise is deafening.
You know, and this scared a lot of people to not want to use isolation tanks.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It did to isolation tanks what Psycho did to showers.
Pretty much.
What happens during these blackout periods is you get the feeling of phenomenal acceleration, like you're being shot out over millions, billions of years. Time simply obliterates.
You guys are shooting off with an untested drug.
Recognize that's Charles Hayde from Hill Street Blues.
Mm-hmm.
It stacks up in the brain and works in the nucleus.
He's also a first cousin to Merv Griffin. Just one of those trivial things I fucking know.
The cell, and you don't call that dangerous.
I'm asking you to put the experiment off until we understand a little more in order to minimize the risk.
way.
I'm really frightened. We could be screwing around with this whole genetic
Yeah, I have
structure.
some
How do we stop
crazy
this?
body effects, man.
We've got millions of years.
That was like David Cronenberg kind of shit.
That's right. I actually thought it was a Cronenberg movie, you know?
Yeah. That whole body horror thing that he was really into.
Stored away in that computer bank we call our minds. We have got trillions of dormant genes in us. Our whole
Yes, he was,
evolutionary
Curtis.
past. Perhaps I've tapped into that.
He may be onto something that is beyond our own comprehension. Now, because I believe him, I want this thing stopped.
You know, one of the other things about this film is that it was also very influential.
Oh, and it's the guy from Close Encounters.
That's Bob Balaban.
Yeah, Bob Balaban.
And also 2010.
That's right. Yeah, he's always good at playing those nerdy, geeky science guys.
But the thing about this film is it was also very influential in the television series Fringe. Having also a whatchamacallit tank that they used in that one.
Isolation tank.
But also featuring Blair Brown was also a part of Fringe, who she's also in this movie. This film also marked the debut of not only William Hurt, but Drew Barrymore.
She was in this?
Yeah.
Man, it's been too long since I've seen it. I don't remember that. What does she play in this?
Let's see. Oh, man. I'd have to look that up again. But I know she's in it. Hold on. Drew Barrymore played Margaret Jessup.
His daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Trailer's almost done. Let's let this thing finish.
If you love me, Eddie, get fired!
And he begins to
Altered
devolve in
states.
that hallway scene.
Mhm.
One of the most unforgettable sci-fi horror scenes in film history, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to make fun of myself here for doing that. Yeah, hold on. For me going, good stuff.
Meat, good times.
It really is modern day.
I'm
Dr.
too
Jekyll.
somber right now because of his death. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, this film really is a modern day Jekyll and Hyde, uh, uh, and that's one of the things that really came to mind for me when I first saw the movie. Uh, just a modern day Jekyll and Hyde told in a different way.
Now, his next film, I wasn't allowed to go see. Body Heat.
Well, wait.
Dad,
One last thing about Altered States.
Okay.
That many out there need to understand. That film was the recipient of 2 Academy Awards for Best Original Score and Best Sound.
this one got some nominations too.
Also,
this,
the
course,
inspiration for Aha's Take on Me.
I didn't know that. That's interesting. Body Heat was a remake of a 1940s movie with Fred MacMurray and Barbara Stanwyck.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the name of the film? I always forget it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a classic noir film. They remade it with William Hurt. This is his second big film, and of course, this is produced by Ladd Company. Alan Ladd Jr.
just passed away.
Yeah, Alan Ladd was known for really 3 major films in that period. Well, four major films: Star Wars, Body Heat, Outland, and then Blade Runner. Those are the biggest films that he's best known for with that logo. And now I don't know if they'll play the theme here. A lot of people don't know this. John Williams scored the theme to the Ladd Company. And so whenever you hear that, see the animation and hear the music, that's actually John Williams. But they're not playing it here. And Body Heat was your classic neo-noir tale of an insurance adjuster investigating this woman who he believes may have killed her husband, and then ends up in a turrid relationship with her. Mm-hmm. Hey, Keely. We're just here talking about William Hurt, who died today. I'm showing the trailer to his movie Body Heat from 1981. And I wasn't old enough to go see this, and my dad wouldn't take me because he didn't want to see sexy movies. He wasn't interested in that. So I had to wait until it came onto either Showtime or HBO and saw it at a friend's house. Because we had antenna TV. We were poor. We had no cable.
Kathleen Turner.
Turner.
This was
back before she was scary like she is today.
I think this was her big debut film, and a film that really, what a debut!
It was a steamy movie.
Oh yeah.
Every single sex scene, they were covered in sweat because of where they shot it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it was written and directed by Lawrence Kasdan, who we all know from Raiders and Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi and all that shit, and the bad Star Wars of today.
Good movies.
Look, dude, they had really strange pacing in trailers back when we were young.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, really odd stuff. Now, another good film that he did in between those two movies was with Sigourney Weaver. And I like this one. I don't know if you saw it, but because you brought up the other broadcast news movie, which I didn't get into. I didn't like the film. Whereas this one, I did like. It was that, because I like thrillers. I think that's my big thing. So this was to the film Eyewitness. And he made this movie between... Wow, that's loud. fuck did that? They should have been kicked in the junk for making that trailer with that sound in there. Seriously. Could you imagine being in a theater with Dolby surround sound and that shit going off in your ears? Wow. But this was between the two films, Altered States and Body Heat.
Yeah.
And this was his first, and he did several films because I'm a big fan of actually a lot of his noir films. And this was a really good film. Oh, wow. That's fucking annoying. Wow. Go away.
Every day in the United
There we
States, 50 people are murdered. Few of the killings are ever solved.
That was back in the 80s,
Only
not
the most
today.
sensational cases reach the 6 o'clock news.
Long is an international figure. Is the FBI being called in? When are you going to make a statement, Lieutenant?
This was it. For TV newswoman Tony Sokoloff, this man is the key to a story that could make her a media superstar.
She was someone.
What do you know about the murder of Mr.
What was that?
She's someone who would, her research for this role was kind of easier than for most actors because of who her dad is.
Yeah, that's right. She grew up in a media family.
Mm-hmm. And I think her dad was an executive or chairman at CBS, if I remember correctly. I'm
going to go ahead and let it finish. I like these short trailers.
Then why are we having this interview?
Since you asked me, I'll tell you, I have had a crush on you for about 2 years.
Look, I'm really busy, and you don't seem to know anything.
What if I did? I think you're right. He's hiding something, and I know just the girl to get it out of him.
You were in the building when Long was killed, weren't you?
Say I told you. What happens then?
Never can tell. People, they say, are brought closer together by the secrets they share.
It's dangerous. This kind of work you're doing.
I'm a reporter. My story comes first.
In pursuit of the truth, she must leave the primetime world and enter a life the camera never sees. Where reality is a realm of
James
shadows.
Woods.
They said they wanted some information.
Everybody wants something from somebody.
What do you want from me?
Anything.
Oh, that trailer just cut off.
Yep.
Oh, well. I guess they didn't want us to finish it. Oh, well. So,
again, William Hurt has a lot of other films to see, so even if that trailer cut off, that's fine. But again, he was a very talented man who could play almost anything. I mean, for me, the one role of his that I found to be different than a lot of the stuff that he became known for was really his movie, The Doctor.
Yeah, that was a tough film. Him and Elizabeth
Mandy
Perkins.
Patinkin. Yeah, and Elizabeth Perkins. All three of them. I think that was an incredible film. And it changed my perception of him a little bit.
Well, one thing is he's a solid actor.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about it, because he's one of those actors where I don't say he's playing himself. Because he can play so many different degrees of a character. He can play creepy really well. Some actors can't do that. I mean, remember the movie Harrison Ford, What Lies Beneath? I mean, the turn scene where you realize he's the psycho killer and he grins. I fucking chuckled out loud in the theater because it's just the most unconvincing moment. It's just, Harrison Ford's smiling. Yeah. Oh, he's supposed to be scary. Okay, sorry. I didn't know he was supposed to be scary. William Hurt, on the other hand, played some creepy fucking characters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, and that's the sign of a good actor, when you can do shit like that.
He's played all different types and all within almost all different genres. I thought he was excellent in Until the End of the World, even though he's not the lead in that film. I thought, again, Frank Herbert's Dune, he was incredible in.
The miniseries, not the movie.
Yeah, the miniseries. But even playing
Accidental Tourist is another film I really enjoyed him in.
it's another one. I really did like his role as General Thunderbolt Ross within the MCU.
Yep, Betty's mom. Dad, sorry.
Dad. Betty's dad.
Did I just misidentify his gender?
I just think that he brought a particular level, and I think helped all the other actors up their game in having someone of his stature play that particular role. So to be the foil against all the popular characters. It's too bad that I don't know if he actually has a cameo in the upcoming She-Hulk, but it's too bad that we won't get a Mark Ruffalo solo Hulk movie to see how Mark Ruffalo would do playing opposite William Hurt. So,
well, they really screwed up with him in the last film, and I think that hurt the potential of a future Hulk film.
Yeah.
Fans did not react well to Smart Hulk.
But, we could go on and on and on about his career, about the roles that he's played, about the thrillers, the ensemble cast. Again, Gorky Park.
That was the next one because I have a trailer for that because it is absolutely him and Lee Marvin are so good together in that film, and I forget who's the other character that is working with him, the other American. God bless it! What a great actor, and I love that movie. Let me go back and look. Hold on a second. Brian Dennehy is really good in that fucking movie. And of course, Joanna Pacula is gorgeous and fucking a good actor.
Yeah.
She was awesome in that film too.
Kiss of the Spider Woman, based on the play.
Raul Julia. Yeah. Good film.
That was just, Artificial Intelligence really is one of those films that I think.
And once again, he's a minor character.
Yeah, but he's good in it. He is so good. Mr. Brooks, Into the Wild. The Good
Shepherd. He's the dark half in Mr. Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in the back seat. It was that was a precursor to Dexter, wasn't it? Or did it come out?
I think it was a precursor.
Because there was supposed to even be a sequel, and it just never happened.
Yeah.
And him sitting in the back seat, because once again, he's creepy as fuck in that movie. He's the one convincing him to do murders, and maybe you have to kill your own daughter, before she kills you. God.
For a lot of people that have grown up with him in the MCU, the one interesting fact is that he actually started making comic book films with DC. And his first comic book movie was the film A History of Violence, directed by David Cronenberg. And he was really, really good in that. That film was released in 2005. And I think it was nominated for, he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for that. Comic book movie. Best Supporting Actor. Had he won, that would have been well before anybody was really paying attention to that kind of thing. Good movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead because Lee Marvin is so good in that film, and that dude was born to play menacing, and he's menacing in a very entertaining way because you're thinking to yourself, "Gosh, this guy might kill me, but I can't take my eyes off of him." Lee Marvin is just one of those fucking actors, man. Here we go.
Okay.
In Russia, a land of mystery.
In Russia.
In Moscow, a city of secrecy. There was one place of peace and safety. A place where an American has been murdered. A place called Gorky Park.
Look, no face. Sliced right off.
Bodies carved up in the middle of Moscow. Who knows where it could lead?
The answers lie somewhere between what is said
It is more than possible that KG.
And of course, I don't know if they show him in the trailer. The actor who played Emperor Palpatine plays the forensic scientist that takes skulls and sculpts with clay, putting the skin back on the face.
Yeah.
GB killed those 3 people.
And what is done?
I didn't kill him. It doesn't make any difference who pulled the trigger, but you're the one that's gonna pay for it.
Between what is known.
I have established that you knew all 3 of them.
What are we talking about?
Dead bodies in Gorky Park.
And what is hidden.
Either you are with them, in which case it doesn't matter where I run.
You'll be trapped here. They saw me last night.
Between those who enforce the law.
Saving a life. Whose? Mine.
And those who are above it.
Corruption is part of us. The very heart of us.
Between the lies that are told.
Irina, I love you.
I've learned to trust nothing.
And the truth that lies buried in Gorky Park.
In Gorky Park.
Your friends are dead.
I love that guy. We don't have him anymore. He died.
Now, from the spellbinding international bestseller comes an electrifying motion picture.
We've been dealing the whole time. So now they'll deal with me.
He doesn't know who to trust.
Please, you don't want this case.
Where to turn.
I have to have a witness. Someone must tell me.
Or what might happen if he gets too close to the truth.
You should be looked after. Certainly you should be looked after.
Orion Pictures presents William Hurt, Lee Marvin, Joanna Pakula, Brian Dennehy, Gorky Park.
Great fucking movie, man.
The actor you were trying to think of earlier was Ian McDermott.
Yeah, Ian McDermott that played Emperor Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
He plays the scientist who gets the skull of one of the people who had their face carved off, and they want to know what this person looked like. So he sculpts the face back on. And this was back really ahead of the science because not many people knew about that at the time. And it was something I knew about because, well, I watched cop shows even back then. And they had already done that one episode of, what was it? The Fox, not Cops, the other show, America's Most Wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And they had shown the sculpture thing. And I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. But yeah, Altered State scared the hell out. Yeah, it did me too, man. Hey, Jacob, how you doing, buddy? Yes, we tried talking about it last night. We weren't having too much luck talking about it on another show, not our show. Let's see, he's so young in this one. Looks awesome, though. My general reaction, and Keith, I don't know how you reacted really, because we didn't get to finish talking about it. But I think it's interesting. I know everybody's like going, Tarsine Tatooine. It's like, look, man, Tatooine is Arrakis in Star Wars. I mean, that's where it came from. George Lucas stole that directly from Frank Herbert. It's an important planet, and for so many different reasons. So, yeah, they keep going back there. I don't think it's a lack of imagination. I think it's actually the nostalgia thing, because I think the guys that are working on these love Tatooine. And it's a dirty, dirty fucking world. And full of creepy, scary, weird people, characters. But anyway, I like the trailer, but you don't see much of Obi-Wan in it, and that worries me. We've already heard rumors that the female in the black armor that you see in the video, the trailer, is a major character in it, and this is really getting tiresome, where we name a show after a nostalgic character that we love in order to put up and promote and, put on a stump for display a female character, solely just because she's female, not because of the character, but because it's a female. And I'm just sort of tired of that happening. It's like, look, if you happen to have a female character that's fucking awesome, that's great. But when you do it for political motivation, we notice it, and it bugs us.
It just seems to me that they've taken the opportunity to try to do other things, rather than, if you are truly going to have this be on Tatooine, to build up the characters and things that Lucas has already established on that planet. For instance, let's see how, as a boy, how he and Biggs Darklighter. I mean, let's do something with maybe not so much Biggs Darklighter, but with his parents. Let's see Obi-Wan have
with
a
Uncle
run-in.
Owen and Aunt Beru, we get
Yeah,
the,
with
and I
those-
do like that they brought Edgerton back to play
Yeah.
him.
There are a multitude of characters that you
I
can go
really
into.
hope that this is a genuine story
Yes.
about these characters and not just an opportunity to create another strong female character. What do they call it? Women,
Well,
as
to,
some
to,
of our
to,
friends
to
call
basically
it.
increase the KK verse of Star Wars rather than just Star Wars.
Yeah.
So, anyway, look, we are happy that everyone is tuned in to see this and to remember actor William Hurt, who, if you haven't heard by now, has sadly passed away at 71. Do yourselves a favor. If you're not that familiar with a majority of films that he has been a part of, do yourself a favor and go through and just check any of those out. I mean, any of the ones that we've talked about, or any of the ones that we haven't even brought up yet. I will tell anyone who's under the age of 30 that there is more to William Hurt than just being in the MCU.
Yeah, because he is, man, he was in so many movies from our own youth, and I've always been fond of him since I was a kid. Again, Altered States is one of those films I fucking loved. It scared the crap out of me, but at the same time, I was exhilarated by the science, and that was my favorite thing. I love real science fiction where they actually start digging into, even if it's bullshit science, it's still using theories.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying last night, is the difference between science fiction, sci-fi, and, various other things. There is a difference.
Yeah.
And you have to learn to really try to at least watch and appreciate real science fiction. Not that there's anything wrong with sci-fi, but real science fiction is meant to really make you think and to express something. And that's the biggest difference between something like Star Trek and then all of the other newer versions of Star Trek.
So. Yeah, exactly. By the way, Socks, I will show the trailer in a minute. Keith has to go, but I'm going to keep going for a little bit here. I sent invites in the private chat to some of us. If anybody wants to jump in with me, you're welcome to. I'll put the link here in the chat too for any of you watching that would like to join me. Just don't be fucking weird. I will fucking kick you. Yeah, after last night, this is something I've talked to, and I'm glad Pat's probably watching right now too, is I'm so hesitant to join other shows because of what happened last night. And I'm not going to speak ill of the host. He was wonderful. He's a good friend of ours. But he had some people on there. One specific person that was annoying the fuck out of me. And I think you could see it on my face that he was annoying me. And he kept interrupting Keith. And nothing pisses me off more than people who interrupt other people and, dismiss your opinion in favor. And this goes back to what I always fucking say. We're giving a professional opinion. Your liking a film does not dismiss our fucking professional opinion. You think it does, but it does not. What we're saying is based off of technical things, from, story structure, to, is there a character arc? Is there a story arc? Is there a proper theme in the story? Do they follow the theme? Because themes are so important in storytelling. They're far more important than plot, because you really need a theme to tell a good story, but you don't have to have a plot. So when Keith starts quoting things from information he's done research on, and the guy's like interrupting him, you heard me. I got mad at the guy. I said, why don't you let him finish? He knows what he's talking about.
Let me at least say this. I was able to, we were able to come to an agreement. I think it would best.
Yeah, you continued because I left. I had to go talk to my daughter, and I came back and I watched and I saw that you guys were talking, and I'm like, okay, good, because that guy was just irritating the shit.
I feel like I missed something. What show were you on last night?
I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
I'm not going to say what it was.
Off the air? Will you tell
I'm
me?
not going to point. Yeah, I'll tell you off
Okay.
the air, but I'm not going to. I don't slag on other YouTubers. That's a rule.
No, I feel you. I just
we
was
live
like,
by.
I was like, shit, I missed.
No matter
something.
how much I fucking don't like them, I won't slag on them on the show. I think it's unprofessional.
I just think that he had a different point of view, and I'm ready to. As I tried to tell
all
him,
his was a personal opinion. It wasn't even a point of view. It was, I fucking liked it. Stop dissing it. That's what he was.
Yeah. Well,
you're being nice, and I'm not going to be nice about it. You're far more diplomatic than me.
I believe there's always an opportunity to come to some sort of head on.
Look, buddy, that attitude of yours is going to change when you get my age. Give you 4 years, dude. You are going to be so like me. It's like you hit a point. I'm coming up to 60. I don't fucking care what you think. I'll be nice to you until I think you're being rude, and then I will fucking put you in your place.
You and the Shat.
Yeah. Well, I love William Shatner. Nobody can shat like the Shatner.
Shatner's the fucking man. Come on.
He is the fucking man.
Listen,
fucking 90 years old and still putting down
teenagers. Thank you for giving me the
opportunity
to talk about William Hurt. Again, I'm definitely going to miss him. I think really everyone's really going to miss him. And for those of you that have yet to really dive into his movies like The Big Chill, do yourself a favor. Just pick something that you probably wouldn't normally watch that has him in it and just watch it. And if you're interested in acting, you will learn a lot about acting.
I mean, the guy could do any fucking genre.
Yeah. Yeah.
And be good in it. He did sci-fi horror, noir thriller, comedy.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, I mean, he was, because it is a comedy, the movie, the news one, I forgot the name of it, that you like. News Center. No, what the fuck was it? Broadcast News was a comedy and or dramedy. But so is Big Chill. And there's really hilarious shit, and he could be funny.
Mm-hmm.
The guy was great. So I'm going to play you out. You can go ahead and split, Keith. I know you got to go. So I'm going to play Big Chill trailer. Boop.
Come in where there's music.
Now I have to pause this every 10 seconds. Otherwise, they will call me on this one.
Come in where there's laughter.
That's right.
Come in and share the warmth, spaghetti and wine.
I bet you wondering how I do.
Boom. Pause again. And great soundtrack. I mean, it was one of those films that actually made a lot of money off of the soundtrack.
Oh, I'd forgot what this is like. Getting away from you people's.
Tom Berenger, Kevin Kline, Jeff Goldblum.
Is that Jeff Goldblum? Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Best thing that ever happened to me. I mean, how much sex, fun, friendship can one man take? So how's your life?
Oh, great. How's your...
Tom Berenger was basically a Tom Selleck character. His character was a movie and TV actor.
Mm-hmm.
And look at his hair and his mustache, and you know who he's fucking doing.
Not so great.
Oh, we're telling the truth.
Nick, I'm collecting addresses. Do you have one, or should I just copy down your license plate?
So go watch this incredible show!
What a great fucking movie. I mean, look at that profile there. Tom Selleck. Come on. Berenger is Tom Selleck.
There is a little known condition that affects all our lives. Symptoms range from lack of coordination.
Jumping into a sports car like he does on his show. It's like, I love the play on Tom Selleck in this movie. And once again, this is a Lawrence Kasdan film. He wrote and directed it. A lot of people don't know Kevin Costner is the dead body. They were supposed to see the face, but they ended up cutting it. And it kind of bummed Costner out, but well, he made it up to him when he made the Western that he did, Silverado, where Costner is basically the star of that fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
To lack of direction, to unusually mature behavior.
Gosh! Tell us about big-time journalism.
I'm tired of having all my work read in the can.
All my work read in a can. Great fucking line.
Read Dostoevsky in the can. Yes, but they can't finish it.
My clients were the scum of the earth, really extreme repulsivos.
I wish the music wasn't playing because I wouldn't get worried about being claimed.
Flagged, by YouTube, yeah.
You think your clients were going to be grumpy and sneezy?
Check your temperature.
The ground is ready. I just need someone to plant the seed. Yeah, but who's going to be the lucky farmer?
What?
Tom Selleck. I mean, Tom Berenger. There's some chat. Let me check up on the chat. Just watched. Yeah, very young. Oh, yeah, Lost in Space. Him as John Robinson was great. His rapport with LeMat was so fucking good.
You mean LeBlanc?
Or LeBlanc. Yeah, not LeMat. LeMat's another actor.
Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah, Matt LeBlanc is so fucking good in that movie as Don, Major Don. And fuck, man. I love that fucking 1997 movie. I really do. I own it. A film about a bunch of college friends who get back together after a few years when a friend, commits suicide. And a friend who committed suicide was supposed to be played and is played by the body of Kevin Costner, because that's his body that they're sewing up and then putting the clothes on. Let's see. Sock says it's a film about a bunch of college friends who you kind of said that in the previous one, but you just corrected yourself. Sounds like a good one. It is. Dust Wolfen, Dark City is a good film. Yeah, he's in that. Once again, not a starring role. I like it when he actually, because he doesn't have much of an ego, really. He likes to play character actors or bit parts. And a good actor knows there's no such thing as a small part if they do it correctly.
You want me to do what?
I can't believe these are the same people you've been talking about all these years.
If you feel any of these symptoms.
Yeah, her husband plays the perfect outsider. They got one of those actors who doesn't look like he belongs with anybody. Because he does. That actor doesn't look like he belongs to anybody. He looks like your typical businessman.
Thing, suicide.
You know, you'd never get a crowd this big at my funeral.
Oh, Karen, come on, I'll come and, I'll bring a date. Despair.
You don't know anything about me.
For 15 years, you've acted like I'm the one you really wanted, and you've made sure that everybody knew it.
Oh, wait.
Oh, man, I wish they didn't have all that music on it.
Yeah.
That is Porn Stash on yeah, Porn Stash, that's right. He was absolutely playing Tom Selleck. Everything. It was clearly based on, LeMat Man. Oh my God, yeah. I love that rendition of the Lost in Space theme. I actually like it more than the one for the Netflix series version of the theme, even though that one gets my heart going when I listen to it. I love that drum and bass techno mix of the Lost in Space theme from the movie in 97. Yeah.
I'm just
no problem. I get it.
We're not going to get to see, the Thunder, because it seemed like they were.
Because we were hoping.
Thunderbolts,
we were hoping. Keith and I talked about it that eventually we're going to get to see him be a major character, not just in the background all the time.
Yeah. Well, I feel like with Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character, I forget the name. That character seems to be kind of assembling the Thunderbolts, is what it seemed like to me.
Yeah.
And I was excited to see because General Ross turns into Red Hulk in the comics, and that would have been fucking dope. That would have been cool. But I mean, I guess they could still with CG, they could honor him, I guess, if they do the Red Hulk thing. But
well, Sam Elliott played him in the first Hulk movie. So I'm supposing they could probably bring him in.
I mean, I love Sam Elliott, so I wouldn't argue with that.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Because we're dealing with the multiverse now.
Yeah.
So they could just bring him in.
They totally could.
He could be an alternate universe version of the character, and just don't say anything. Just don't say anything.
Just don't say anything. Yeah.
So don't make a big deal out of it. When you don't talk about it, it's no problem.
Well, it's kind of like, remember when they in Iron Man 2 the first scene that Don Cheadle's in, and he says, "Yeah, it's me. Get over it," or something like that. It was kind of like almost like a breaking of the fourth wall, but not really.
Yeah, I'm over looking on Twitter right now. What's this one too? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is. I'll share it real quick at stream. This is started by Kyle.
Jesus,
making fun of this, and I said whenever
I've noticed
see
Kyle posts a lot of G4 stuff. I've noticed.
Yeah, he's really going into this hardcore. But when he posted this one of her, where she says women do not exist to be nice on your eyes, I posted my little thing. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's in there somewhere. Christ almighty. I hate the way Twitter is laid
Hold
out.
up. What did that say? Go back up, because I want to be a little bit of a smart ass. What did she say? Like something about on the eyes? Women were not here to be.
Yeah, that was what she said there. I think it's
women do not exist to be nice on the eyes to you. Okay. And my penis doesn't exist to hit your G spot, so stop fucking bitching.
Yeah, I know. But her saying that reminded me of this one, and I posted this one.
Shit.
It's like one of those things like and we don't care. What is your point?
You know how Lee's Liquor always has those. Oh no, you're not okay. In Vegas, there's a chain of liquor stores called Lee's Liquor, and unfortunately recently the owner and his son kind of died relatively close to each other, so I don't know if they're going to keep going on, but they're known for their billboards here in Vegas, and one of them is like liquor, I hardly even know her, and they'll have these stupid little quotes, but like it's anyway, it's a Vegas thing. I always forget.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I've been to Vegas a few times.
Okay.
So yes, Apollo 440. They did that theme that I really like. Let's see. It opens with him saying, Joey from Matt LeBlanc saying, "This Cold War," or no, that's actually the dude from The Walking Dead that says it. "This Cold War just got hot." That's the dude from The Walking Dead. One of people know. And let's see, LOL. Well, I'm glad I'm lolling you, Curtis. Lolling, whatever you want to call it. So we played Big Chill. I'm trying to see if there's another trailer I'd like to play of his. He was in Michael.
I like, this is
It was a good movie.
Yeah. One of my favorite, and I know it's kind of a throwaway, is where he's like pissed off. It was an after credit scene, I think, and I can't remember. Maybe it was Iron Man or something, or maybe it was Hulk. I can't remember. But where he's in the bar and he's like, takes a shot, reload, takes a shot,
yeah,
reload. He's like, he's just taking shots, and then Tony Stark walks in.
Here we go. I hope I don't have to pause this a lot.
So we can't just call it a reaction video?
Searching. Magnifying. Conclusion. Environment. Hostile.
Somewhere on the other side of the universe, billions of miles from Earth,
is that Optimus Prime?
One pilot and one stowaway are searching for the only thing that really matters in space. The way home.
Dad, where are we?
Oh, this came out when I was in college. This is 98. Okay. Danger.
I love the visual effects. I love their version of the robot.
I actually did like this movie a lot. I remember liking it a lot.
And I like Gary Oldman when he goes, "Oh, the pain." The kid who played Will Robinson is really good.
Prepare for the most human adventure of all.
That's totally Peter Cullen.
Clouds to oblivion.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
One shall stand, one shall fall. That had to be Peter Cullen doing the voiceover. That sounded just like him.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. Okay.
It was next to the last thing he got to do. He did that, and he got to do the special video they did where they brought Jonathan Harris, Will, and the robot together for the special that they did for Lost in Space.
Yeah. Oh.
But I thought that Hurt did an amazing job as John Robinson.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I read that too, Lewis. If that's how you say your name, sorry if I butchered it.
Luis.
But or Lewis. I was really looking forward to seeing more of him, and I really thought that we were going to get Red Hulk. You know what I mean? I really did. So
it's like I don't know, man. Like I said, we still have Sam Elliott.
Yeah,
he played the same character in the first Hulk movie. So I'm kind of hoping that they just pull him in through the multiverse.
It makes sense, but who knows? Like, because like, aren't they like Black Panther? They're just like, I guess they're going to kill him off screen, and it's going to be Shuri, is what I've been reading.
I don't know.
You know? Okay.
I don't keep up on it. Keith is the one that keeps up on that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember Matt LeBlanc. I think one of the coolest stories of him was when he went to the Emmys the first time they were nominated, and he went there with his mom. Took his mom as his date. Good Catholic kid.
I mean, hey, well, I mean, I do the same. I'm surprised my mom's not in the chat right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, where is PJL?
Yeah, I'll text her. I think she and my sister are doing church stuff. It's Sunday. They're out in North Carolina, so the time differences. That, and I totally forgot today was spring forward. I was like an hour behind schedule all morning.
Oh my God. It is. Yeah. I hadn't even looked at the time. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I am almost done. If I look disheveled, it's because I haven't slept. I've been working on this website I'm almost finished with for the charity I'm with now. And I'm really proud of it. So like when it's done, man, I'm going to, I'll definitely show it to you and get your feedback. But that was the one I was asking about, maybe collaborating with you on the other night. Remember?
Right. The one I still have it open on my desktop.
Yeah.
I don't lose it.
Yeah. No, I'm almost done with that site. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I just got to wait. The president's on vacation with his wife right now. They don't get back till tonight. So I need him to give him the final approval. I don't want to just like launch it, you know what I mean? Without him, because he might not like how I worded the stuff. You never know. So
yeah. Yeah, he did. He got some work done over the last few years. He was in Goliath, the series, The King's Daughter, Pantheon, The Fence, which is in pre-production. I'm wondering if they got anything done on that, because he was in 3 pre-productions: The Fence, Men of Granite, and Edward Enderby.
Well, he was in all 8. But it's just the voice work in that one you're talking about.
Well, they've
right?
already recorded all that stuff with him.
Okay.
So we know he's done with that.
Okay.
But the 3 that are in pre-production, they're going to have to recast it, which is sad.
Are those? What are those? Are those any Marvel projects, or was it something
no?
else?
The ones that he's mentioned for is The Fence, Men of Granite, and Edward Enderby.
I haven't heard any of those.
And they're all announced and in pre-production. And so, yeah, whatever he was playing, they got to recast.
Yeah,
they can't do the old Ed Wood thing.
I thought you were going to say the Kevin Spacey thing, where they just like, who was that? Where they replaced
digitally removed him, yeah,
with Robert Plummer, I think was the actor they got to replace.
Christopher Plummer, yeah,
Christopher Plummer, yeah.
And to be honest with you, because I saw some of Dipshit's performance in that, and Plummer out-acted him.
Well, I mean, come on, he's
the right age. Also,
yeah, but we're talking about
too.
Undiscovered Country. The man is like,
to
be or not to be.
I don't understand this when I get this stuff in my thread.
What the fuck?
I'm like, how is that even allowed?
You know what's weird, man? No, Twitter allows because I've my kids.
Look at her profile picture.
That's
Look
ridiculous.
at that. It's just
Well, they allow like basically porn and nudity on there, and I've recently learned that, you know, I swear I didn't think I was this old and out of touch, but my daughter just turned 13, and because she did, now she can legally get her own. You know, it's a little bit harder for me to like, you know, what am I trying to say?
police.
Yeah, shield her from stuff or whatever. And so yeah, we were going through YouTube because she's really into anime. I've shown you some of her art, and some of that shit can be, you know, very risque, you know, like hentai type of stuff, you know. So I had to have that conversation with her a couple weeks ago. That was not fun, you know. I wish there was a filter, like an easy filter for Twitter, because there is a lot of gnarly. Like I don't.
Yeah, I'm not moving this one. I'm letting this one go through because I want to see Matt Vader do his video like he said he's going to do. He said
You know,
that in our
he's
private
bluffing.
chat.
Yeah, I saw that. He's, you know,
I'm gonna
I'll believe
push
it
him.
when I see it.
So when
I'll
are we
believe
going
it
to
when
get
I
the
see it.
shaker weight video there, Matt? Huh? Matt?
I'll tell
Aw.
him. So I'll do it with him, and we do the shake weights and the truffle shuffle at the same time, in like a competition. I'm down. You know, we'll just.
I'll if I do it, I'll put milk in mine. So when I cook it, So we've got. I'm so watching broadcast news now. Yeah, man.
That's the classic. I might throw that on. My buddy just got here. I don't know if he even knows. Did you hear about William Hurt, dude?
No.
He died today.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was the cause?
They just said, what'd they say? Just natural causes, right? Old age. I mean, he's only 71 though. That's what.
Let me look see what's the updated news.
Okay. He's looking it up. We think it was natural causes.
See if there's. Click on news. William Hurt dies. Oscar winning actor.
71.
You know, you did better films than that film. I find it.
Why is that
that's
the one
they select?
I've noticed that. Like every headline has been mentioned.
Oh, the movie where he's a gay
Spider-Woman.
character. Oh, we got to mention
Yeah.
that one. It's not his best film. It's not Raul Julia's best film. Raul, and honestly, I've seen the movie multiple times. It's a very good film. But come on, man. Really? That's your go-to for him? There you go. Broadcast news. That one makes sense.
That's the yeah. Because that was
but
shit, what is that? That would have been I was a kid. That was the 80s, right? That was like kind of late 80s broadcast news. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's talking about it.
Yeah, like they haven't released a cause yet, I don't think. It's just because he
Let me just type in cause of death.
Is there anything suspected, like any type of?
No, his son made a
Natural?
nothing really. Just his son made an announcement.
Yeah, it's natural causes. That's all.
Natural causes. Yeah, it's all it's saying is natural causes. So
you get them in these shorter ones.
Yeah,
that's why you have to look it up exactly, so it'll pop these up. And yeah, that's what it's saying. Died of natural causes.
That's a damn shame. That's too. I mean, my grandpa probably doesn't look good for me, especially as a man who's already had a heart attack, and I'm not even 50 yet. But my gramps, he passed away at 67. And on my dad or on my mom's side, my grandpa.
Wait a minute. Dust Wolfen says that he died of cancer.
He did? Well, if that would make
that got into the bone. Okay, that means it went through the lymphatic system. Once it hits your lymphatic system,
okay. Well, cancer.
That's when it's stage 4.
Cancer makes more sense because, like, saying you died of natural causes at 71, that just seems young to me.
Well, I know people will go, oh, he died of cardiac arrest. I said, well, technically, everybody dies of cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I mean, technically, I mean, you're right. I mean, like at the end of the day, you're
it's what caused it that's important.
Right.
Oh, he was crushed by a boulder. Because yeah, it's true. His heart stopped beating because he was crushed to death.
Oh.
I get it.
Hey, mom just joined the chat. Mom, correct me. How old was
PTO.
Grandpa when he passed? I know he was older than Dad's dad. When you get a second, put it in the chat, Mom. Thanks.
I didn't know that.
Oh, 76. All right, cool. So he lived 11 years longer than my dad's dad. So maybe I'll split the difference and I'll make it to around 70. We'll see how.
Yeah,
that
my
goes.
dad died at 75.
Yeah.
I've always joked that if I make it to 75, I'll be glad to go.
Dude, I'll be stoked if I make it.
There's
to
so many
retirement
fucking
age.
people
What is it?
that
65?
just annoy me enough
like...
that when I'm having to talk to them, I'm sitting there going, God, why can't I have a stroke right now?
So
Not you
I had
though.
a friend. I've had a friend. So I've had a heart attack in 2016, but I've had a friend who had a stroke, and not that we recommend either of them, but the stroke sounded a lot worse to me. You know, like he was on the shelf a lot longer than me. I was in the hospital for 4 days, and then that was it. You know, like he had some residual problems that he's finally over now. He's a fellow art. He's an artist here, and shout out to James Stone, stroke survivor, badass, great artist. Check him out.
Well, I'm always because Mikey Sutton is a friend of mine that Mikey.
Yeah.
He's had he had a stroke a few years ago, recovered from that, and it's always a struggle recovering. But he had a mini stroke recently.
That shit's scary, man.
Some kind of syncopal episode, and scared the shit out of us when it happened. I'm just like keeping an eye on my chat, messaging, "You okay? You okay?"
Oh, dude, I totally get it. For any, and I doubt there's any because this is the wrong channel, Danny. I just remembered. But for any wrestling fans out there, keep Scott Hall in your prayers. He's on life support right now. He had a emergency hip replacement surgery, which led to a blood clot, which led to 3 heart attacks in a row, and now he's on life support in the hospital.
See, this is the time where you can go down that dark rabbit hole.
Yeah,
and it doesn't ruin
Bum
the
you out?
show.
Okay, sorry.
I'm just fucking with you. It doesn't ruin the show. But I was making fun of you like crazy last night in a private chat. Like that dude does not fucking shut up. He'll get into a fucking dark range. He just says, I don't know how to stop talking about these dark things.
You did a good job yesterday distracting
and I'm always
me.
amused by it when you're doing it because I'm just sitting there like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah, it's like I'm doing my therapy sessions live on stream is basically what it is.
I do that too.
When I had for Nerds Never Say Die, which is a mental health charity of mine, I did a bunch of shows at the beginning of COVID to because that was a big deal, like mental health at the beginning of COVID, because people were trapped in their homes, and extroverts were going through like these identity crises because now they're all alone and shit like that. And so I had this therapist on. We did an 8-series.
Oh, your mother says grandma had congestive
heart failure.
Yeah, CHF is really rough.
Yeah,
that's rough stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Keep going, dude.
Oh, it's fine. I already forgot what I was saying. That's how you.
That's why they call it dope.
You distracted. I was just gonna say, you and my mom distracted me on yesterday's stream because I was about to.
Yeah, you were trying to make some point.
Tell terrible story about my dad, and then I totally got sidetracked and forgot. And I was like, oh well, fuck it. It would have brought the show down.
Yeah, it's the verbal version of you're running down a hallway. That's right. Because I used to do that shit to all my pot smoking friends. Because I never smoked pot, but I hung out with a lot of potheads.
Yeah, no, I've always
do that shit to them all the time.
Mom, it's dad's fault, and you know it. I mean, I've been a pothead for very, very since I was like 11.
Oh,
but yeah, socks. Yeah, that's the guy I was talking about. Yeah, he did, man, and it's scary. And I hope the bad guy Razor Ramon pulls through. He was always one of my favorites as a kid. I actually have.
That is a really good selection, Brett.
Look at that. I actually have. This is a Scott Hall.
Oh, the Bret
pop.
Hart. Yeah.
No, this is Scott Hall. This is Bret Hart. Yeah, this is from Royal Rumble 1993. Yeah, the Bret Hart's the sunglasses. But this is the guy that is in the hospital right now after having 3 heart attacks last night. Razor Ramon. And that's just like
he recovers, man.
Yeah, I really do too, man. Because it's a shame.
Look, we're not going to probably hear anything for probably up to 3 months before you start, because they're slow releasing information because they want to make sure all their T's and are crossed and I's are dotted before they start talking openly about this shit. You got to realize they knew when they hired I just forgot his name that played T'Challa in Black Panther. He was hired. He was terminal when they hired him.
Yeah, but they didn't know it.
No, they did know it.
Oh, they did? Okay, because I could have
They
swore
knew it. He made them fully aware of it.
Okay.
And they were so convinced that he was the best person for the part. So they're aware he was going to be gone before that movie was even made. So yeah, NWO for life.
Scott Hall, Wolfpack, Too Sweet.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
But and I still think they should recast and not just retire the
Well, I do
uniform.
too, and I think, like you said, they have the perfect out now with the multiverse. Like
with the multiverse, you're able to grab other actors to play the part.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott has already played. I just forgot his name.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Thunderbolt Ross.
General
Betty
Ross.
Ross's dad. You know, he played in the first, and I thought he was good. I thought he was really good.
Yeah. No, he plays it. He plays a good stern asshole. You know, he really does.
Only thing that I didn't like about that movie is when it went to the cartoon panels. When it
Oh,
did
at
that
the
shit, I
end
was
with
like,
the
what the fuck are you doing?
The big CGI, you know, monster fight at the end or whatever. It was
Yeah,
terrible.
well, they do it inside there when they put the foam on him.
Yeah.
And it cuts the cartoon panels, and I'm like,
yeah,
you pulled us out of your fucking movie doing that. Why did you do it?
Yeah.
Because it just jerks you right out of the movie. Just dumb. I you know, I'm going to look for it. I want to see if there's a fan edit that took that shit out.
Oh, I bet there is, man. On YouTube, there's a
just
fan edit of
fucking
everything.
Stupid. And I'm a big John Woo fan. That was fucking stupid. But anyway, you know, not that anyway. You know, William Hurt is irreplaceable as an actor, but we've got Sam Elliott already cast as that character in a previous MCU movie back before the MCU became the MCU.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was still part of the Marvel Studios. It was Marvel Studios that produced it.
Yeah, but it's all thanks to Spider-Man, dude. It doesn't matter. Fucking, any of them could, like, the possibilities are endless. It's like it's like reading the comics when I was a kid. And I used to always say this, and I'm so glad it's finally happening. I was like, you know, when I was a kid, I'd read a comic and there'd be like Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man, you know, just Spider-Man, Foes of Spider-Man. There'd be concurrent, you know, different like series of the same character, but like set in different, you know, realities or timelines or whatever. They rarely crossed over. And when they did, it was like some kind of big crossover event. And I was like, why can't they do that in movies? And they're finally doing it. You know, we're going to have like 2 or 3 different Batman on in like the same time. We had 3 Spider-Man.
Honestly, the DC universe is doing a better job with the multiverse than Marvel is.
Yeah.
But I am still enjoying the Marvel multiverse. And I agree with you, Sam Elliott.
No, I think, yeah,
but I
Sam Elliott's
also agree with my buddy Das Wolfen that they should bring somebody who's a younger version, should come through, who's in his 50s, where we can get him for a good 10-year run.
Yeah,
playing the character, you know, at least 10 years. But because we don't have 10 years with Sam Elliott, you know, Sam Elliott's at the end of his career. You're really. That's why he didn't give a shit when he said what he said last week about the power of the dog, which is a stupid fucking Western. It's why it's even called a Western. I don't fucking
wow,
know. They ride horses and everybody's got chaps on.
Yeah,
so
shit.
Western.
He's 77. He's even older than Hurt was. Wow.
And his role in 1883 is I mean, if we lost him tomorrow, that is a swan song role. I absolutely love that fucking miniseries. And it was a one-off. It was a one-off series.
I need to watch
There's no
that.
plans for a second season. They wanted to do one season that had a single story arc.
Yeah, who was that talking to me about that the other day? Like, what streaming service is that on?
That's on Paramount.
Paramount.
And
Okay.
see,
Okay. I think
look,
it was Brian. Okay. All right.
And because I argued the other day because someone says, "Well, I'm not putting any money in." I said, "Yeah, but it's your one opportunity to really make your vote count with not liking something." And he was like, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "Because when you get a Paramount Plus account, if you don't watch or add to watch any of the Star Trek shit that Alex Kurtzman does, they have a number now to count of people that are subscribed but not fucking watching."
See, well, then that's where you're gonna get mad at me. And I talked to I haven't watched like the last 3 episodes of Discovery, but I'm doing the Salty Saturday Trek, Star Trek, whatever the fuck they're calling it, on Saturdays. We're talking about Picard, and then we're going to talk about Strange New Worlds, and they keep trying to sneak in conversations about Discovery, and they basically make me watch that show. And I have Paramount Plus, so Paramount Plus knows I'm watching it, but I'm like hate watching it for homework, basically. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I watch it illegally.
I should that would be better.
Even though I have Paramount and I can watch it,
yeah,
I'm not going to watch it through Paramount because that's my protest.
Yeah.
I'm not going to add a goddamn thing. I don't volunteer to watch any of their fucking trailers for the new Star Trek stuff. I don't give two shits about this new Star Trek. I love Captain Pike, and I love I just forgot his name. Playing
Anson
him.
Mount.
Anson Mount.
Dude, I think we were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, his performance was amazing as Pike.
I'm so looking forward to the Strange New Worlds.
But the fact is I'm not going to watch it on Paramount. I will watch it elsewhere. Wink, wink. I'll watch it elsewhere. But I'm not going to allow them to get a number from me on watching it. They're not going to benefit from me watching it. Dust Wolf and JDM would be amazing. I think that Jeffrey D.
Morgan. Okay,
he would be a good actor to bring in.
He could be, and he's that age that
he's in his he's 50. Yeah. So he's perfect for stepping in and playing that character and aging with the character.
Have we seen him with just a mustache though? He's usually always rocking a beard or 5 o'clock shadow. Or
I watched him on Craig Ferguson one night, drunk out of his fucking gourd, and it was one of the best Craig Ferguson episodes ever. He was just nothing but cool. He's kind of an idiot when it comes to politics, but I love the guy. He's just so likable, and he shows up on Craig Ferguson one night, hammered, and it was just fun to watch. And I mean, it was not as bad as when what's his name, Eddie Izzard showed up and threw furniture because he was a bit hammered and he threw some furniture around. All of it on live TV.
Yeah, but at least he was not dressed as a woman when he did it that time. So.
Well, I don't care who he is. I find him funny. I like Eddie Izzard.
Oh, I do too.
His stand-up is,
but how much more? How much more? It is, but that's what I was saying. Like, imagine if he was that hammered, and he was cross-dressing that particular night. That would have been even funnier. You know what I'm saying? That's
in high heels and shit.
Yeah. Come on.
But he has. Well, what's really funny about Eddie is he has a David Bowie type of retinue of clothes that he wears, and it's not quite women's clothes, but it's also not really manly either. Right. And I find it funny, and I think that's what he was wearing the night he showed up on Craig Ferguson drunk. But
is that true?
Is coming back. Wait a minute, Anson Mount is coming back in Doctor Strange's. Black Bolt. Yes,
I haven't heard.
We just talked about that.
You did
the Scoop Zone. Yeah. I
must have missed that. So is that okay? That'd be cool.
I'm pretty sure we talked about that. 24/7.
Remember I was late because I had.
It was. Well, you weren't on that one. That's our show for Scoops. With
the Thursday one. Yeah, I don't ever do that one. That's not live.
We talked about it on there, and I made fun of the fact that yes, it's one of the few superheroes with the name Black in front of it. That's not a black guy,
right?
Because they kept doing that, like Black Lightning, Black, obviously Black Panther. It's like. If it's going to be a black guy, they got to throw the word black in front of it. And I get why they did it, because it was at that period when this was new, the fist of power, black power. And so they thought we're kind of feeding into that, but it doesn't age well.
Well, a lot of Jesus, man. I was watching. So my kids, they don't teach this stuff in schools, like about how apparently. Like racism and segregation and shit that's happened in my lifetime and my parents' lifetime and their grandparents' lifetime. And we were watching this movie, my son and I. Shit, it's got Kevin Costner in it. It's about NASA. It's got like the black chicks that help come up with the calculations for the. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh shit, what movie is it? It's like in the 90s, I think. But like it took place during segregation, and like there was a scene where the chick has to go all the way to the other side of the campus, which is a half-mile walk, because that's the only bathroom that she can use, like as a colored woman back in those days. And she was getting chewed out by Kevin Costner's character, like, why are you never here? Every time I come look for you, it seems like you're gone, and so she like has this beautiful speech.
Was that called The Help?
I can't remember, man. Like that's like we
caught
it on TV. And, it sucked because it had commercials and we had to sit through them, but it also gave us time to talk about, because he was like, what is that? Is that real? And like, about the whole, like, he's about to be 16 and didn't know about segregation. Like that kind of terrifies me. Like, they're not teaching that in schools apparently. And that's weird. The
things they teach in school is ridiculous. So
Hidden Figures. Okay, my buddy looked it up. He said the movie's called Hidden Figures.
Yeah, the NASA one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah.
2016? Damn, I thought it was older than that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good film, man. That's
Yeah.
a good film. Yeah, damn it. I want to show this real quick. Hold on. When you're in a relationship and you're both crazy, are you all right, babe? You need a knife or anything? These are the memes I get in our private chat with some of
I
my
wish
friends.
Cece was here to take over because, like, that would be perfect.
Well, I gotta
segment for
go.
her.
I gotta
Okay,
go
that's
anyway.
fine. Yeah.
I gotta piss like a Russian racehorse right now.
All right. Well, hey, this was a nice
here's
little
some
impromptu
historical
thing.
trivia for you. Where does
All
that
right.
come from? You've heard it before.
You
but where
piss
does
like
it
a
come
Russian
from?
racehorse. I have, and I've actually said it before, and I can't.
The history is this: at the turn of the 20th century, the horse races, Russian gangsters, if you want to call them that, would tie off the male horse penis of their racing horse so it couldn't urinate and it would weigh heavier.
Oh,
when they
wow.
put them on the scale. And then right afterward, they'd unband the penis and it would empty and they'd run super fast and beat everybody. It was all part of the weighing in process.
The more you know.
Yeah. And now you know.
Knowing's half the battle.
This is what happens when you have a father who is a professor of history. I know all this weird fucking trivia. And it's funny is, my passion for Hollywood history is from my dad. Because he used to read all these great biographies or books, expose books about Hollywood. And I would find out things like I knew about Jim Nabors being gay before it was ever known publicly because it was in a book. And I'm like, how is this not known? How did they keep it secret when it was published in a book? Because
not a lot of people read.
Yeah, that's apparently the problem. But I want to thank everybody for coming because this is a tremendous day. Keith was really upset about it too, and it's one of the things I love about Keith is we both have that shared passion. When we lose an actor, it really bums us out. And someone like William Hurt, just because he's been around since we were kids.
Yeah,
we've been watching him since we were kids. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
And again, thank you, Brett. Thank you all you guys. Shadow, Dustwolfen, who's an actual personal friend of Keith's and mine. Luis is Luis. I grew up in Phoenix, so I had the pronunciation of Hispanic names beat into me.
So I guess I was totally wrong when I said Louis. So
because I call my brother Joe Jose because he's Mexican. And he really was he was more like an uncle to me as a kid.
Hey, Mike, come here, dude, if you don't mind for a quick second. So supposedly this dude's Mexican, right? Isn't that what you told me?
Me?
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. This is the whitest Mexican I've ever seen in my life. I don't believe this shit at all. Does he look Mexican to you?
Not even one bit.
Not even one bit.
I've got my, one of my closest friends, we're listed as brothers on my Facebook page. He's a cop in Lebanon, Missouri. And I have called him the worst Mexican. Actually, I called him the worst beaner I've ever known. Because his uncle came up from Mexico. He brought up this huge pot of menudo he had made. And he put it on top of the stovetop, and everybody left to go fishing and swimming. And Chris and I stayed at the house, the cop buddy of mine, and we ate all of the menudo. Nobody got to enjoy it. It was just him and me ate an entire pot of menudo. Best fucking food I ever had. But anyway, his uncle, of course, speaks very little English. So while we're sitting there, I discover that Chris doesn't speak a fucking word of Spanish. I'm like, you're a first generation American. You grew up with immigrant parents. You don't fucking speak Spanish?
Do you speak Spanish, Mike?
Not really.
No. Okay. Yeah. Neither does he. Okay. So yeah, it's a thing, man.
Make fun of him.
I don't speak it either, so I can't say shit.
Because his uncle is trying to talk to him, and he had to get a mutual best friend to translate. A blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy named Robert Bankus, another one of my best friends. He had to translate for him because he's the only one that spoke fluent Spanish. And I just turned to Chris and I said, "You're the worst beaner I've ever met." I walked out of the room and his parents started laughing.
Oh my God! All right, well, we just thank you, Luis or however you say it, for the
thank you,
subscription.
Luis. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna let you untie that Russian racehorse.
Well, you
dong
need
of
to,
yours.
Luis. Before we go, you need to check out Thursday, the Scoop Zone. We have 24/7 Fusion Media, Sil Abdul, Arwin Avalon, Keith, and myself, and we do scoops from Mikey Sutton's Geekosity. Mikey was supposed to come on our show last week. We're going to finally get him on the show. He's so nervous about going on shows, but he does so well on Sil Abdul's channel because he goes live on Sil Abdul's.
Can I?
He
Please
won't go
be
on
a
camera.
guest when you have Mikey on? I haven't done a show with Mikey.
Well,
before.
I can't do it with Scoop Zone because we have set panel.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But I will get him back on Pop Culture Minefield. And yeah, of course he can sit in on that. He's so nervous though with panels. So, but I'm going to get him on. You'll see. But thank you, Luis. You'll find our shows 6:00 on Thursdays, Central Time, and on 2:00 Central Time on Fridays. We've got TGIF, and then Saturday morning fun time is at technically 12 noon Central Time, but it's still morning in the other parts of the country, so we get away with it. And but it's a fun show. We God, Keith and I have so much fun doing these shows. I enjoy doing them, and you're one of my favorite people to do a show with when you're not high.
Thank you.
And going deep down the fucking dark rabbit hole.
I know, man. I'm sorry. Some of that.
Apologize.
We got to get somebody to do like an omnibus later where they just clip out all of my dark, heavy, sad shit from the different shows and put it like.
Well, I could start doing this shit to you. You know, when you do that, interrupt you with where's it at? Oh, here we go. This one.
We've all become God's madmen.
That's a good heavy one. Or I can just do.
And now for something different.
You never know. All that shit is fucking awesome. But for those of you that feel the way I do about new Star Trek, and I know that you're going to be watching it. That's okay, buddy. You can go ahead and watch it. But I want you to remember this is important.
You're getting all the mileage you can out of that, dude.
I fucking love shit like that because I like making fun of CBS because of some of the stupid fucking shit they've done.
Yeah.
And I think that's just the way I've been since I was a kid. I like to fuck. I like to fuck with or shit on stupid people, and it's made a few people angry. I know that. I've been on shows and somebody got stupid with me, and one of those shows has been pulled. You'll never see it because the person.
No, we have to talk about the one, but I do want to say, Mom, yeah, we talked about that already. That was a while ago. You can rewatch the video. I'll call you afterwards.
What's this?
Yeah,
I brought that up earlier.
Yeah.
Mom.
She wasn't here for that. Yeah.
I brought that up that Kevin Costner was cast. He was very disappointed that his face got cut out. And they even had a moment, as I recall, they shot a moment before he killed himself too. And but they felt that it interrupted the flow. And to make it up for him, he made him the star of Silverado, the next film. So I think he got the good end of the deal on that one.
Yeah.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
So, yeah, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to end it with...
Stay salty, my friends.
I'll end it with... I don't know what to end it with. What should I end it with?
But it helps you sleep at
I'm
night,
going to end
bitch.
it with this. I'm going to end it with this. Because Val Kilmer is somebody who we've also kind of lost. We will never have Val Kilmer back again the way that he was.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It breaks my heart. But this is one of Val Kilmer's best moments, and I'll go out with this one.
If you think that by threatening me to be your slave, well, that's where you're right. But, and I'm only saying this because I care. There are a lot of decaffeinated brands on the market today that are just as tasty as the real thing.
Oh my God. Bye. You know you're still live. This is weird. Does anybody else think this is weird? Hey, yeah, it's not working. All right, I'm gonna leave. I'll call you later.
There you guys. Sorry, we lost internet right when I played the video. Internet's gone. So I'm on here now so I can end the show. I mean, right before I could hit the end button, lost internet. So there you go. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.